Each week, when I introduce a new story in whole group, we go over the words. I put the words on the board, and we make sentences with the words. And each person stand up, and we either walk or jog, and we dance to the words, and we come up with all kinds of things that we can relate to the vocabulary words. And after I introduce the words and we go through that whole group, and then I put the children in small groups. And when they get in a small group, one group will write definitions, and when I go over that group, each child will have a list with them. And I will have a team leader, and the team leader reads the words with the children, and then they read the words together. And after they do that, and then they start their activity. But I make sure that they know the words before we go to our centers. And when we go to our centers, all the kids have to define the vocabulary words. Everybody have to have the same definition, and the team leader checks their words to make sure that they all have the definition. And once they complete their words, and then each group knows what they have to do. The red group have to put the words in ABC order. And the middle group, they write sentences using the vocabulary words. And my top group writes a story, and they can either edit that story with pictures or they can add a play. And once they have completed that, and I know that they know the definitions, and then we go to other things. And one thing we do when they go to the computer, there's a site, Harcourt, that goes along with our reading series, and they pull up the site, and the first thing they do, they go to their vocabulary words. And after they have covered their vocabulary words, and then they can choose a site from this sheet to work with. And we work in groups. I have to remind them that we're working together. It's not me, it's all of us. And after we do that, we also have the words in our level readers, and the groups take turns reading the stories. And one good thing about it, after they read the story, they can take a test on the computer. So that excites them. They know, well, I'm going to do more than read, I'm going to take a test. And they're excited because every child that have taken our level reader test have passed their test. I have not had one to fail it yet. Each team leader picks up a notebook, and in the notebook I have put activities for the week, and they go through, and I let them decide which sheet they want to begin with. And I make sure that if I have 4 groups, that they are not all doing the same sheet on the same day. So once they decide what they're going to do, I staple it in the order, and this is the order that they work with. One other thing you can do, after they have completed their vocabulary words, and I try to give them something extra to do, we have an activity that they work with words, they make sentences, they build words, and try to incorporate everything strategies to help them.